Hello. For my Unit 4 project, I picked to investigate the role of cell phones and laptops and how they've changed the college classroom environment. I'll be talking about the pros and cons of cell phone and laptop usage in the classroom. There's both sides to the argument, so I'm going to talk about a few of them. Let's first talk about a quick timeline to give us some perspective of the situation. So, in 1973, Motorola created their first cell phone. Like the first cell phone ever, like one of those like really big like blocks that like businessmen would like use, like only like the super rich people would get to use them, so like really no one can use them. So like that sort of developed for a while, and then in 2007 Apple created the first iPhone. This like completely changed like phones for everyone, especially in college, because everyone's just like always texting each other, like, and it just opened up a lot of possibilities. It changed a lot of things. In 2006, Apple created the first MacBook, which was a really efficient portable laptop that a lot of people bought. Both of these inventions like really changed a lot of things. And then of course like now it's 2017 and we have like iPhone 6s. We can like power drones with our iPhones now. It's like getting pretty crazy. I thought that a good person to interview about the topic of cell phones in the college environment is my mom's best friend, Sandy Copels. Sandy is a college professor at the University of Illinois. She's been teaching there for 20 years or so. So she's experienced when there was no cell phones and laptops in the classroom, and she's experienced after when there are cell phones and laptops in the classroom like available for everyone. So I feel like she would give me a good perspective on the situation, and I asked her like how she feels about cell phones and laptops and like the usage of them in the classroom. So I was talking to her a lot about it, and she like the main word that came up was frustration. She felt extremely frustrated with like the kids when they would use their cell phones and laptops, and they wouldn't be listening to her, so she'd be like talking to a bunch of people doing other things. So she created a no cell phone policy. In her classroom, which is obviously just you can't use cell phones. So yeah, that's her perspective on it. I did a little bit of research, of other research on this topic, and the first research that I would like to talk about is the University of Colorado. Wait, let me erase this first. Okay, so in the University of Colorado study, they found that students who reported to never use their cell phones in class had a much higher GPA than students who did consistently use their cell phones. So So students who reported to not use their cell phones, they had like an average GPA of 3.26. And kids who reported that they did use their cell phones, they had a 2.81. And that's like a very big change just in one variable, which is the cell phones. So it's easy to say that cell phones are like a very big distraction and they'll harm your GPA and your learning abilities. So the next study I talked about was Florida State. In this study, they had a bunch of people take like they went on computers and they did a bunch of tasks, and one group of people got notifications on their cell phones, and one group of people did not get notifications on their cell phones, and they found that the group that did get notifications on their cell phones got distracted like 3 times more than people who didn't have notifications. So and these notifications, like, they cause distractions. They just like, even if you don't open it up, like even just like the vibration and the notification, like it just like make your mind wander and like lose focus on whatever you're doing. So all of these arguments, these two, and Sandy's argument are cons for cell phone and laptop usage in like a college environment, but there really are a lot of good things that come out of cell phones and laptops, so I'll talk about that right now. You can't really deny that they're extremely useful. Like, yeah, so now we're talking about the pros. I mean, you can like look at studies and articles of anywhere, like in a click of a second. There's just so much information like at your fingertips. So a study that I looked at was South Carolina. What this study said was that they concluded that people use cell phones in order to receive social gratification. So social gratification is a huge pro of cell phones, because having friends and being able to talk to other people and being connected with other people is just like what humans are all about. So it's really important that humans have the social connection to other people, and cell phones like allow it to happen more efficiently. And yeah, you can talk to a lot of different people that live like in different states or different countries and like still keep in touch with them. So yeah, so the conclusion that I found from all my research was that we definitely need to remove cell phones from the classroom. So as Sandy said before, like, she enforced the no cell phone policy. I think that should be enforced in every classroom. There should be like strict consequences against it. It's like just a complete distraction, and completely gets you off task. And it's just like when you get bored, you go on your cell phone. So definitely a no cell phone policy, but the question of should we have cell phones and laptops, I don't know, like I'll just leave that up to you. Everybody's different. There's obviously pros and cons to it, but just make sure it's not controlling your life. Like the entire point of this project is just to get you thinking about, like consciously thinking about your technology uses and like how it's affecting your life. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you, Miss Bella.